the legendary journalist, never afraid to ask the questions to which the world wanted the answers.
Are you still in love with Bill Clinton?
The creator and host of The View, never afraid to reinvent herself.
Everybody's talking about The View.
What are they saying about The View?
Barbara Walters was always a friend to us.
I'm happy to see you.
Extra's last interview with Barbara was in 2016, when Donald Trump was still considered a long-shot candidate for president.
The idea that we would be talking about Donald Trump 2 years ago or 1 year ago, it just shows, I don't know what it shows. It shows something.
But Barbara was everything as a pioneer for women in broadcasting.
Oprah Winfrey!
Oprah was one of the surprise guests in 2014 on Barbara's last day on The View.
How did you hold it together?
I barely did.
Our cameras caught this emotional backstage moment.
Of course I would be here for you, yes, you know.
After Barbara's death on Friday, Oprah posted these pictures and the message, "Without Barbara Walters, there wouldn't have been me, nor any other woman you see on evening, morning, and daily news." Oprah's best friend, Gayle King, wrote she was in a class of one. Thank you, Barbara, for so many things.
And I was lucky enough to be in her orbit for a good many years.
Former View co-host, the fiery Rosie O'Donnell, remembered Barbara with a funny story.
We saw a lot of Broadway shows together. And whenever we'd go backstage, I'd try to help her, over the steps backstage, and she would always smack my hand and tell me to leave her alone. She knew what she was doing, I could tell you that.
Joy Behar called into GMA.
She was always prepared. She was always working on her material.
Former Today Show host Jane Pauley paid her own tribute on CBS Sunday Morning.
All of us followed in Barbara Walters' footsteps, followed in them because she never relinquished the lead in 50 years. Today they call such a person the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Barbara Walters.
Katie Couric, who of course also hosted Today, called her the OG, saying we couldn't have done it without you. Barbara started her rise to the top of broadcasting on Today in 1961.
This is where the new ideas come from.
Her last day was in 1976, when she left to become the first female network news anchor on ABC.
And our newsmaker interview tonight by satellite is with the president of Egypt.
That venture lasted just 2 years, but her partnership with the network continued, hosting 2020 and making headlines as TV's top interviewer.
What kind of a tree are you?
From that famous Katharine Hepburn question to Monica Lewinsky, the king of pop, and the Obamas.
Was there a time when you went, shh?
No, I never say. Are you kidding?
Married 4 times to 3 different men, she adopted a daughter, Jacqueline, with her second husband in 1968. Barbara faded from the mainstream in recent years. This was her last public appearance in New York in 2016. She remained ultra-private until her death. Tonight, as the world remembers Barbara, we recall this piece of advice.
What message would you give to anyone that's trying to do what you've done?
Be the first one there in the morning and the last one there at night. And love what you do. You'll make it.
I hope you take time to enjoy The View.
I will.